to dial in order to dominate. Hey, what's good, Enterprisers? It's Jason Ligo here again with Always Enterprise, and in this video I want to talk to you about what to dial in order to dominate in your business. What to dial in order to dominate in your business. As you can see, I'm just enjoying myself here by the ocean, here on the ocean stay with my family, and we're just enjoying and having a great time together. Got some, that's the mighty Pacific that you might recognize back there, but we're just kind of enjoying our last hurrah before summer vacation, before the kids go back to school. But I wanted to take this time to really talk about what to dial in order to dominate in your business, because it kind of seems like that's the way that it goes, right? There really is just like, you know, there's nothing new under the sun. It just comes down to a few select things that you really have to just dial in, to nail in, to hammer down, as it were. And that seems to be the key that opens up the door to massive success in your business, right? I think that we can all agree to that on some level. And so what I want to go ahead and give you today are 3 simple elements that you can dial in, that you should be dialing in order to achieve that kind of success, to where you're automatically dominating in your business and you're doing well for yourself. And it comes about not because of luck, but because of strategy, of deliberate actions and choices that you've made in order to make that happen. When I'm talking about dialing in something, though, however, I'm not just talking about figuring something out. What I'm talking about is deciding ahead of time, figuring it out, deciding on it, and acting upon it ahead of time. That way, again, there really are no surprises. You don't want it to be one of those things where you're figuring it out as you go. Now, as an entrepreneur, that certainly exists. You can never get away from that. However, you really want to decide on these things up front. And the sooner you do that, the better it's going to be for you, in my opinion. Let's jump right in. Number 1, attitude. Attitude, all right? You got to go ahead and decide this up front. Your attitude, your mindset, the mental capacity in which you're going to operate as an entrepreneur, these are the things that you have to determine ahead of time. You've heard often that your attitude is what determines your altitude, and it couldn't be more true. It's absolutely true that your attitude does determine your altitude. So yes, you want to go ahead and mindset train. You want to go ahead and invest in the tools, the resources, the time to conditioning your mindset, your attitude, and things along those lines. Just know that it's going to be better for you to do it up front, all right? Are you going to decide to be the person who's gonna fold and gonna stress out over every little turn or every little obstacle? Hopefully not. It's gonna be one of those things that I think where you should be deciding up front. Listen, I know that things are gonna happen. I know that there's gonna be monkey wrenches and there's gonna be obstacles thrown in my way, and my measure as an entrepreneur is gonna be directly correlated to how well I respond to it. Deciding up front that you're gonna have the attitude of can do, will do, won't be stopped. This right here is where it starts for the successful entrepreneur. Number 2, alignment. Alignment, okay? Now, not much is said about alignment, all right? And this is, again, something you should decide up front. When I'm talking about alignment, I'm talking about aligning with people. I'm also talking about aligning with products and companies and programs, okay? One thing that I see as a major detriment to many different entrepreneurs and many different marketers in the space is simply this thing of shiny object syndrome. It's one of those things where they see that this thing is catching some steam, and maybe they see that this thing is catching some interest, or there's this new thing out there, and it seems like their whole goal is to make sure that they don't miss the boat. They want to go ahead and catch on and keep up with the Joneses, as it were. They want to keep up with what's going on over here and what's going on over here. And I'm telling you that that's actually a dangerous thing. You should decide up front what business you're in, what space you're in, what company you're going to go ahead and align yourself with, what you're going to promote, and the type of people that you want to hang around, all right? This will help govern your choices as far as the associations and the masterminds and the communities to which you belong. And then again, also the things that you're selling, all right? You don't want to be attached to just something gimmicky. You don't want to be attached to, your name is something that is associated with the new thing of the day, the scammy thing of the day, all right? These are things you want to avoid. Your reputation in business is by far one of the top most important things in your business. Just as much as your product, just as much as your service that you're selling, you want to go ahead and mind your reputation. So be careful about your alignment. Decide up front who you are, who you're serving, and what you're going to align yourself with in order to make those things happen, all right? Alignment. Number 3, action. Action, all right? You knew that the action word was coming, all right? You knew obviously that I'm big on taking massive action. And so you need to decide up front how your actions will be taken, all right? Not enough that you're gonna take action. I think that it's already a given. You know you're gonna take action, all right? But it's not just taking action, it's taking action and how you're gonna go about it. I think deciding up front how often you're gonna do a certain action is important, right? So it's not just about how often you're gonna choose to email your list or choose to broadcast, all right? You choose how you wanna do that. Just make sure that you're consistent about it. But you should decide up front things like the fact that your actions should be strategic and calculated. You don't wanna be random with your actions, all right? You know that, again, if you're treating this like a business, you know that if you're moving forward to promote a certain product, you're gonna go live on Facebook this many of times, and you're gonna post on social media this many of times per day, per week, and so on. Really calculating and being strategic about the course of actions that you take is gonna help you achieve your markers of success much, much faster. Again, you don't become successful on accident, you do it on purpose. So why not dial in here and now ahead of time, before your launch, before your campaign, what it's gonna look like for you. So there you have it, my friends. These are 3 ultimate pillars that will really help you in terms of dialing these things in and helping you develop tremendous success and dominating in whatever business that you're in, all right? We wanna make sure our attitude is right, we wanna make sure our alignment is proper, and we wanna make sure that our actions are sincere, but are also massive, calculated, and consistent. These are the things that will definitely help you to take it to the next level in your business, and I trust this was helpful to you. Now, if you enjoyed this, please make sure you give me a like and a comment. Share the video with someone who'll get value, but most importantly, subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any more hot new content that I got coming down the pipe just for you. By the way, if you haven't had a chance yet to get started in your own online business, or you're wondering how I do it, and a good way for you to go about doing it, even if you have no experience, even if you've tried everything before and failed, look no further than my free digital ebook that I'd like to go ahead and offer you as a free gift and a thank you just for being a part of the Always Enterprise family. Go ahead and click on the link below. It's the Digital Freedom Shortcut. Again, I trust that this will be very, very helpful to you. All right, that's it, my friends. I'm gonna get back out here, Oceanside, with the family. I got a few more days before we head back home. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.